Welcome to Financial Funnies Daily News. I'm Demi here to guide you through today's biggest money moves, market madness and digital drama, because finance is serious business, but it doesn't have to sound like it. Let's get rolling before Bitcoin changes its mood again. First up, global stock markets just hit a jaw-dropping $148 trillion in total value this October. That's up 19% from last year and nearly double since the 2020 lows. It's a 20-year uptrend that shows no signs of stopping. Analysts call it historic, while retail traders call it finally. Since 2020, the world has added $75 trillion in market value, proving optimism might just be the most expensive addiction of all. Next up, in the United States, the government shutdown is still going strong, and polymarket bettors are thinking it could last until December the 1st, making it one of the longest in history at 61 days. The FAA says over 3,000 air traffic controllers are still missing from the roster. So, if your flight's delayed, it's not the weather, it's Washington. Meanwhile, Wall Street's mood is mixed. Stocks remain high after the Fed's recent rate cut and the Trump-Xi truce, but inflation is still lurking in the background, like that one co-worker who keeps forgetting lunch money. Moving on to the UK, Finance Minister Rachel Reeves says the upcoming budget will focus on fairness, which in government speak usually means someone's paying more taxes. Specifically, there's talk of property and wealth taxes targeting high-value homes to help manage national debt. Meanwhile, Tony Blair warns the UK risks falling behind in quantum computing, calling it vital for future finance and security. Britain may be losing the quantum race, but it's still leading Europe in crypto adoption, second only to Russia, because nothing says innovation like hodling through austerity. Next, President Trump has threatened 10% tariffs on BRICS imports, accusing the bloc of targeting the dollar. The Kremlin denies it, of course, while China smiled politely through what diplomats are calling a 12 out of 10 meeting. Brazil Potash is seeking international investors through BTIG for a huge construction project, while Vietnam's fresh entry into BRICS Plus is already boosting trade and foreign investment. And yes, gold jewellery prices are rising again as BRICS nations keep talking about de-dollarization. So, we're all apparently going to be backed by shiny rocks. Meanwhile, the European Commission plans to give the EU more centralised power over stock, crypto and clearinghouse supervision, aiming to end market fragmentation. Some smaller hubs are pushing back, but regulators say it's the only way to build trust, because nothing inspires investor confidence like more paperwork. Next, in Australia, the Reserve Bank held rates steady at 3.6% despite inflation rising again. Homeowners exhaled, grocers cried, and economists shrugged. Meanwhile, the country's still recovering from that Optus network outage, proving once again that even in the future, we're just one unplugged router away from chaos. Zimbabwe's economy might finally be stabilizing. Inflation is forecast to fall to 15 to 20% by year end, thanks to the ZiG currency holding firm and record gold production over 38 tons. Optimism is high, and for once, not just the inflation rate. And Vietnam saw nearly $15 million in new FDI last month, bringing 2025's total to $3.9 billion, more than double last year. Low inflation and smart fiscal management keep growth steady. While BRICS membership is opening new trade doors, it's likely the quiet student in the class suddenly acing every test. Canada's economy dipped 0.3% in August, marking its fourth drop in 5 months. September might eke out a 0.1% rebound, narrowly avoiding recession, or as economists call it, technical optimism. US lumber tariffs of over 50% are hammering exports, and crypto exchanges are getting fined faster than maple syrup pours. Still, Canada remains polite about it. And next to the crypto roller coaster, my favourite, it's been volatile for digital assets. Bitcoin dropped between 94,000 and 111,000. Ethereum lost about 8%, and Solana fell hard after a DeFi hack. Institutional buying has slowed, dipping below mining output, and that's never a bullish sign. Crypto adoption in the US keeps climbing, 2 million active users, with Washington State leading the charge because apparently rain and blockchain mix well. Now for Hackers Corner. Let's talk about the other economy, the one that runs on stolen passwords and terrible life choices. First, North Korea's Kim Soo-ki group is back with a fresh backdoor called HTTP Troy, hiding in a fake VPN invoice. It opens a decoy PDF, installs a sneaky HandLab update task, and rebuilds its own code to dodge antivirus scans. Basically, it's the malware version of a chameleon with a side hustle. Guys, keep your computers safe and be safe online. I recommend Proton all the way. The link's in the description below. Next, 2 new Android Trojans, BankBot YNRK and Delivery Rat, are draining accounts while posing as a government ID app and a food delivery tracker. They even mute your phone so you won't hear your bank's fraud alerts. That's efficiency, evil efficiency. Moving on, cyber criminals are now hacking trucking and logistic firms, not for data, but for the cargo itself. They use remote tools like LogMeIn and Screen Connect to book real shipments of food and drinks, then intercept them. Yes, hackers are now literally stealing snacks by the truckload. Meanwhile, researchers warn that attackers are turning security and AI tools into offensive weapons. They're using our own defense to spread malware, like if your antivirus decided it was time for a career change. And finally, at Kenwood High School, an AI gun detection system mistook a bag of Doritos for firearms, prompting a police response. Students were fine, though the chips didn't make it. The school says it's retraining the system because clearly Cool Ranch shouldn't trigger a lockdown. And that wraps up for Financial Funny's daily news on the 4th of November 2025. From Wall Street to Wi-Fi, remember, diversify your portfolio, secure your passwords, and never trust an email that starts with "Dear valued customer." I'm Demi, and this has been your Financial Funnies daily news, where finance meets fun and the punchlines are tax deductible. See you on Charlie Ward's daily news next. But for now, bye bye.